In the previous video, we have discussed about how to set up the project for Todo application. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a login page for front end of Todo application. In the next video, I will show you how to create a registration page and Todo page. This is how the login page of To-Do list look like. So we will see how to create this page in VS Code. Ensure that you are inside the To-Do app project folder. Open new terminal, type php artisan serve. So this will open the front page of the home page of the Laravel application. Hereafter, we don't need terminal. Just close the terminal. Go to route, open web.php. Here you can see that the route return a page welcome. So this is the welcome page. You can find this welcome page inside the view. Now, instead of welcome.blade.php, I want to create a login page. So select views, right click, create new file, login.blade.php. So this is a HTML file. We know that the HTML file needs CSS file, which I am going to create inside the public folder. See, there is a CSS folder here. This is different. Okay, go to public. Inside the public, create new folder, CSS, then select CSS, then right click, create a new file, login.css. So now we have login.css file and login.blade.php file. Now open web.php, change the name from welcome to login. Here the login word, the login represent login.blade.php. Now save this application. Hereafter, we don't need web.php file. So inside the blade.php file, I'm going to write the entire code. First, so this is the default template of HTML file. Change the title to login. Inside the body, type welcome to login page. Now save the file, click refresh. Now you can see that welcome to login page because this login.blade.php file in web.php file. So we can see that name welcome to login page. Now I'm going to modify the entire page. First, I'm going to create two div using class dot container enter. This will create a div. Then another dot login. So we have two div. Inside that, I'm going to type h1 tag to do list. Next, I'm going to create another h1 tag in the name of sign in. Refresh, you can see the to-do list and sign in. Before that, I need to link CSS file, style sheet, h reference. So this is a command to locate CSS slash login.css file href equal to inside the double quote you have to mention this location. Now I can write a code for css file. So these are the default parameter for any css file: margin 0, padding 0, font family we can use any font family. Here I used bobbin sans serif, then box sizing, border box. Next, I'm going to specify the CSS property of container. Width 100 percentage, minimum height 100 VH, background linear gradient with two color of 135-degree, display type flex, justify content center, align item center, padding 10 pixel. Now save the file, refresh. Now you can see the difference. The background color changed and all the items are aligned to center. Next, I'm going to use the class login where I'm going to change the CSS properties. Here, width 100 percentage, maximum width 540 pixel, background color white, padding 40 pixel on all four sides, top, bottom, left, right, then border radius of 8 pixel, text alignment center, then there is a box shade. Now save the file, click on refresh. Now you can see the difference. The white color with the border radius of 8 pixel, then all the text aligned center, then there is a shadow on box. Next, I'm going to create a form. Inside the form, I would like to create a div in the name of form group, type dot form group. Inside that, I have to create two labels and two input field. Let's see how to do this. First, I created an input field and label. Input, input type, email, then name, email, placeholder, enter your email. So this is how it looks like. Then we need to create a label for input. So label for email, bold letter, label name, email. So now I need to create one more label and input. I'm going to copy and paste this. Here I created an input type password, name password, placeholder, enter your password. Then corresponding label, password, bold letter password I have created. Save the file, click on refresh. Now you can see password and another input field. Actually, the password and another input field should appear in next line. We can make these changes in CSS using display block. Next, I'm going to create a button for submit. The name of the button login. Then come outside the form where I'm going to create register option. Here you have to type don't have an account register. So let me create a class register. Inside that you can type, so type don't have an account. Then you have to give link for register. Save the file. Now click on refresh. So now we have all the content. To-do list, sign in, email, password, login, don't have an account, register. And the register appear with link itself because of this href. Later we can fill all these details. So now we completely finished HTML page. Next, I'm going to change the properties in CSS file. Go to CSS. First, we make the colors for to-do list and sign in as dark blue. We can access the color using dot login h1 tag. Here, I'm going to make the color as dark blue. This to-do list and sign in should be dark blue. Display flexible type, align item, center, then margin 30 pixels. Say for example here, to-do list to sign in, there is a gap of 30 pixel. Then sign in to email, there is a gap of 30 pixel. Then justify content center, text align center. So now you can see that blue color and there is a gap between to-do list sign in and below sign. Next, I'm going to change the properties of label and input field. You can access the form details using the class form group. Inside that, first I'm going to access label. So these are the properties. Color, dark blue. I'm going to change the color of email and password as dark blue. There is a margin of 5 pixel between email and text. Then display type block. Block means the email and the corresponding input field appear, email appear top, then the text field appear in, input field appear in the next line. That is why we are specifying display block. Then text align left. All the text will be aligned left. I think here I have to make it as hyphen. So now you see that email phosphate color changed to dark blue. Then the text will appear on left side. The display block means email will appear on row 1. Then the input field appear on next line. Next, I'm going to change the property of input field. First, with 100 percentage, which means the input field will appear for the full length. Then padding 15 pixel. Inside that, there is a mail ID. This mail ID appear exactly near the border, right? So if you give 15 pixel padding, then there is a gap between this line and pad, later. Here that 15 pixel represent top, bottom, left, right. Then border 1 pixel solid gray color. So there is a color inside for the border. Right now the border is black color. Then border radius 8 pixel. It's a square. The corners are square type. Instead of that, we are giving a round corner of 8 pixel. Then outline none. Font size 16 pixel. Inside that, we are going to give you a font style of 16 pixel. Then there is a background color of F9, F9, F9 that we are applying. There is a color for border and there is a color for background. Then margin bottom 20 pixel. This is very important. There is a gap between input field and password. So that gap is 20 pixel. Then finally display type flux. So this is a property I'm going to apply for input field. See, this is how it looks like. Here you can see there is an 8 pixel of corner. Then there is a gap between this line and email text. And there is a gap of 20 pixel. So this 20 pixel represent the gap between the word password and the input field. Then font size of 16 pixel. So these are all standard values. Font size 16 pixel, margin bottom 20 pixel, border radius 8 pixel, padding 15. Usually we use the same parameter for all the input field. Once you practice, you can easily remember all those things. So with this, almost the details of signing page over, except button. Now I have to enter the properties for this login button because the login button look very small. So you can access button directly by typing button. We didn't any created a class for button. So there is no need of dot button. Width of the button 100 percentage, which means the login will appear for the entire width, adding 15 pixel. Again, the word login appear next to this vertical line. So when you give 15 pixel top right left right, so there is a gap between all the four corners. Then background orange red color. The entire button looks orange color. Then inside the orange color, the color of the word login white. Then font size 18 pixel. There is no border. Border radius 8 pixel. These are usual. Then cursor pointer. So whenever you move cursor above the login, it will change to pointer. Then there is a box shadow for this button. Now refresh. See, now you can see that all the parameters. There is a corner of 8 pixel. There is a gap and login word appear in white color. There is a gap between login and top corner. So we applied all these properties here. Then whenever you move mouse over the button, it will change the cursor to pointer. Then there is one more property, button hover. So whenever you move the cursor over button, the color will change. See here, there is a color change. So we have mentioned that color change here. Next, there is one more change we need to add. We need to give some gap between the login and don't have an account register. So I'm going to use the class register. Inside that, I have to give a margin top 20 pixel. Now there is a gap between login and don't have an account register. So that's it. So we completely finished the front page of login. So this is how the front end of login looks like. This is login.css file and this is HTML file. So we type that entire HTML file in login.blade.php.